This is my son, John, aka Jack. Coming from the, well, first we should say, we are so pleased to be gathered here today to celebrate the 90th birthday a formidable accomplishment of William K. Zinsser. And we're so glad that our friends and family and this group of friends who we consider to be family were able to be here with us today on the very day of the birthday. In our family for many, many years, Pa was conscripted to write birthday songs. So it was this week that my sister, in a panic, emailed me and said, John, that's Amy, I hope you all know Amy Zinsser.
In a panic?
In a panic?
Yes.
Yes, we must come up with lyrics for a song. And originally, because my father, for every occasion, had come up with these fabulous, fabulous songs, and people would be gathered around the piano, and the incredible word plays, and really his gifts came together in songwriting, which were language, allusion, humor, alliteration, personal feelings, off-kilter, absurd references and relationships. In the William Zinsser songs, all of these would play against each other, and suddenly this miracle would occur. So on Wednesday, Amy writes to me and says, perhaps we should do something. And she proposed, to the tune of a song from Annie, the musical, and we know Anne Ferreira, of course, so we all. But that was rejected because it was a simple, I don't want to say who rejected it, but sometimes there is in this family a chain of authority. Particularly with matters regarding music and musical theater standards. So we retreated from that position. A substitute song was suggested. It had to be you. My sister wrote some lyrics to this. We were going to sing it today. But it turns out that only Julia can sing on key. It has to be you. And although my father suggested the song, when we had a run through this morning, he seems to have not remembered how to play it, or perhaps not known it in the first place. So despite the fact that his American songbook runs at about 40,000 in his mental block jukebox, this is one song that perhaps escapes us all. So instead, Jack, it's also his birthday. We're going to see the, well, a few days ago. We're going to go, but today we're celebrating. We're going to go see the Harlem Globetrotters tonight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, the new era for Brooklyn. And Jack got this acoustic guitar for his birthday. Now I want you to know that Jack's primary instrument is not the acoustic guitar, it's the bass. But he has volunteered to try to do a little blues riff. And what this is going to enable us to do, as we celebrate, rather than it had to be you, instead, you're bad to the bone. What this means is that I know there are many, many talented wordsmiths and musicians among us here. So that if I were to, for example, begin with a few introductory lines, anybody might jump in with one of their own. And it's also a bit of a rhyming parlor game because there are often these words that immediately need a good rhyme. My sister has noticed in trying to pen the song between Wednesday and Sunday that club doesn't rhyme that well, nor does college. I thought that maybe we could just list all the clubs at once, and we could go from the university University Club, to the Book of the Month Club, to the Century Club, to the Coffee House Club, and the Cosmopolitan Club. If we could somehow incorporate those into a single alliterative line, that would be splendid. Okay, so should we get started, Jack? How does it go? No, first play a little intro part.
No.
Yeah, the part where it's a little more open strumming, and do that little part. That's going to help get the song underway, okay? You ready?
It doesn't even go with the song.
It's good, though. Sounds good. Do it 1 and 2 and 3. Here we go.
1 and a 2 and a 3.
Bum, 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 bum. We're here today to celebrate WKZ and his birthday. That's why we came to 62nd Street, where we decided it was time to meet. And now we're going to do a little song that's called You're Bad to the Bone. Well, there was a young man, and his name was William Zinsser. He was born under the sign of the silver spoon. He lived in Great Neck under a great big white moon. He was sent by his parents to the Deerfield Academy, where he... Mark, help me out here.
I'm waiting for Jack.
Where he almost had me. Keep going. It was from there to Princeton that he became a tiger. Sent off on the troop ship to Algeria. He learned to be a man by peeling potatoes. Fortunately for him, he didn't see too much action over there. Finished up on the GI Bill. And came back to New York. The Herald Tribune awaited him. And a long career in journalism. With many magazines you may have heard of. Like the Saturday Evening Post and Horizon and Look at Life. It was around the year 1970. He started to feel a little bit restless. He said maybe I should go up to New Haven town and get me a little seminar down. I could have some good students like Mark Singer and become a legendary teacher man. A couple years later, oh no, that was the part about Branford College. All of a sudden there was a man up there named Kingman Brewster who said, I want you to run one of these big houses called Residential College. And we got one, it's called Branford. And it's just right for you. He became a great big legendary master of a great big Gothic college. And it had master's keys and all whatnot. Everyone from the New Yorker came up to do that living room. He had to go back to New York because it was his hometown. He felt he was lost without his hometown. But he didn't have a job to go back to. When Al Silverman saved him and said, why don't you come work over at my big house? It's called the Book of the Month Club. He became a great big editor man. And introduced a record label there that included Willie Roth and Dwight Mitchell. And everybody was pleased with that. where can we go from there? What's happened since
Throw it
then?
line, Amy!
Yeah, Amy?
They want you to throw it
Thank you for indulging that little bit of... Given their musical contribution, should we sing Happy Birthday? We have some pianists here, don't we? And some vocalists. I'm certainly not the premier vocalist present here today.